Hey guys,
Hey.
welcome back to another episode of Our Football Team is Better Than Yours.
Period.
So sorry, also known as Shaking Up the Game.
That too.
God, it feels good, don't it?
Sure does. First episode of 2026. We're kicking it off in what other way? This is the best.
Happiest new year to all of Seattle.
Yeah, no kidding. 2025 was a very special year just in regards to the Seattle Mariners starting a Seahawks season, and now we are starting off 2026 calendar year on another great foot.
Is this like two back-to-back phenomenal years of Seattle sports?
Yeah, and I don't know. We're not going to take credit because we're not on the field, but we're going to take a little bit.
All I know is it makes talking about our teams every week a hell of a lot easier.
Hell of a lot easier. I was driving to the studio today, bumping Bay Area music, and I was like, fuck yeah. Because you know what? It's always been the Niners.
Yes.
And it still is. And I was like, I'm so glad that we don't have to walk into that studio today and be like, well, guys, we're in the 5th seed. Wah, wah. Nope.
No, we on
One
top.
seed. Walk in your trap. Take over your trap. Seattle Seahawks are the 1 seed in the NFC West division titles.
We're not even just number one in the NFC West. We're number one in the NFC, period.
Yeah.
And
Stunning.
it's Monday. We're recording today. And I know it's upsetting for a lot of you sports analysts across the world that you have to finally eat your words.
Eat them.
Some still not eating them.
No.
Some still got a lot of question marks coming out, which I don't know what else we can do other than win the Super Bowl. So we'll go ahead and do that too.
It's crazy because we'll win it and then they'll still be like, yeah, I don't trust him.
Dude, I don't know about Sam Darnold though.
I gotta see what he does in the offseason.
Yeah, so a lot of analysts, as we know, we do deal with East Coast bias here on the West Coast. But there's been a lot of question marks all year about the Seahawks, specifically Sam Darnold, and just, all things surrounding. And today, a lot of people have had to eat their words.
Yep.
As Seattle has received home field advantage, first round bye.
Yep, massive.
However, I guess Sam's just not going to it's not going to be gone for him until he wins a playoff game. Yeah. But I guess I'm also missing the other playoff games that some other teams involved in this year's playoffs have won also.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest, like, as a fellow redhead, this is what I've dealt with my whole life. Dude, we're always going to be hated on.
It feels like.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like even no matter how phenomenal you are because you have red hair, you're picked on.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like, honestly, let's call a spade a spade. They're picking on him because he's a redhead.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know any other reason.
Because it's just interesting to talk about Seahawks number 1 in the NFC. The Denver Broncos are number 1 in the AFC. Last time I've checked, Bo Nix, the quarterback for the Broncos, has not won a playoff game. But that hasn't been uttered one time.
Neither has Drake May, who is up against Matt Stafford for MVP. There's actually like 6, 7, or 8. God, I keep saying 6, 7. I'm going to... there's like 8 maybe quarterbacks in the playoffs this year that have not won a single playoff game. It's only like 3 or 4 that have. So
I know.
Hold that energy to everybody else.
Right, and there's only a couple that have won 14 games this year.
Exactly.
So again, the hate is real. But your Seattle Seahawks took down the San Francisco 49ers Saturday night under the bright lights.
40 whiners cannot be more true.
Oh.
Because before this game, it was, we own the Seahawks franchise, we're the best, yada, yada, yada. And then the second that we held them to 3 points, which is the fewest amount of points they have scored under Kyle Shanahan.
Crazy.
They are now saying that, Seattle only scored 13 points against a practice squad and everyone's injured. I'm like, so which one is it?
Yeah, are you elite or are you not?
I saw Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey out there. Those are your stars.
Right. You guys were missing Ricky Parcell, who, again, is a second-year player.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was critical until I guess he's not playing. Now it was critical.
Now it's a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
and going into that game, the 49ers offense was red hot.
Yeah.
Red hot.
They scored late.
Red hot.
Well, we're going to show you who's more red hot.
They're so on fire. Everyone in the NFL was all hyped up about them. They were the best team in the NFC West. We said it was very reactionary. Mm-hmm. We even were so mature to give them credit. We said the 49er offense was rolling. Yeah. They were hot.
Yeah. They scored I think 40-some points over the last 2 weeks. I mean, they were looking good. It looked like everything was clicking at the right moment for them. And sorry, but the Seahawks, honestly, going into that game, and you could tell by the way they played, it just felt like they were confident in themselves. Mm-hmm. They knew that they should have won in week 1. They knew that we are the better team. We are, statistically, we should have beat them.
Exactly.
And should we have put up more than 13 points? Yes. But at the end of the day, we outscored them in yards and time of possession, first downs, plays, and we walked out with a win. So last time I checked, that's all that matters.
A lot of, right. It was a more dominant game than the final score shows.
Correct.
13 points for the Seahawks. That does not include the 2 missed field goals. That also does not include the red zone 4th down attempt where we went for it, first drive of the game, lost the ball in the red zone, which could have resulted in a few more points. But regardless, the Seahawks against the 49ers, Seahawks won time of possession 37 minutes to 22 minutes.
So a lot of that thanks to that fourth quarter.
Right. It was like an 8-minute drive to finish off the game. The Seahawks ran 67 total offensive plays to San Francisco's 42. Seahawks had a total 344 net yards to San Francisco's 173.
Yeet.
I was going to let you finish off the next two because I just felt like it was so passionate. We both could
partake. No, I was just getting really excited.
Oh, okay.
I was rolling with it.
Yeah, okay.
No, keep going.
Okay. The Seahawks averaged 5.1 yards per play to San Francisco's 4.1. And the average EPA per play was 0.058 for the Seahawks to a negative 0.410 for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. A big part of that game was our run game, which, hallelujah, seems like the last 3 weeks it has finally clicked. And listen, I don't care about the other 11 weeks. I care about now, and the run game seems to be working efficiently.
Right. If we're going to peak at any time, this is the time I want to start peaking.
Exactly.
I want you, and give me a little nux, because this isn't even our full-time job, but I'm going to say we were pretty spot on to the keys to win.
Yep.
The concerns that we had for both teams, including the 49ers, our concern was their lack of defense. Clearly, they couldn't get off the field.
No.
We said the keys for the Seattle Seahawks was third down stops.
Which
Bing bong.
We did.
Yep. No, the San Francisco 49ers couldn't get a first down to save their life.
No.
And pressuring Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy had done very well the last couple weeks. He was running. Oh, white boy got some motion.
Oh, yeah. God
He was
forbid.
doing the Dougie.
Yeah. I mean, he was 6-0 and playing some of his best football ever since he came back from injury for those 6 weeks. And like we said before, I couldn't believe we were saying it, but Brock Purdy was low-key one of their biggest weapons going
100%.
into this game. And, I mean, yes, week 1, we had good pressure on him. That was a healthy Niners team, week 1. This, apparently is their practice squad, And
all of a sudden.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's, not their greatest team ever. And to be able to still continue to put pressure on him and not allow him to make those large passes down the field. I mean,
it was the consistent pressure. That's what we said was the key. He has the ability to scramble and run. However, if you're consistently throughout a drive pressuring him, it will wear on you, and it wore on them.
It did.
His scrambling out of the pocket didn't work as well. Anyways, before we get into the Seahawks' elite defense that has just been breaking records after records and no one wants to face, the run game has started to click for the Seattle Seahawks with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet.
Yep, we had more rushing yards than the Niners had total offense, which, like we said,
for a team that can't run the ball.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
In the past 2 games, K9 and Charbonnet both have had 100-yard rushing games. On Saturday, they combined for 171 yards on 33 carries. K9 also surpassed 1,000 yards on the season, so that's great. For the 3rd straight game and for the 4th time this season, Seattle converted on a 3rd and 15 plus on the ground, which we are the only team to have done that this season.
That was...
And how many times when we see, like, 3rd and 15 and they run when they call a run play,
I want to pull my hair out.
Yeah, my head's already in my hands. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? However,
we converted a 3rd and 17.
Yes. John Lynch, the GM of the 49ers, was absolutely flabbergasted.
He was about to pull his hair out.
If he had any of those little nubs left, they were gone.
I was going to say, the table has turned from me and you being so stressed out on a 3rd and 17 that this man was about to pull his head out.
Yes, which, I mean, that's massive. I mean, that just goes to show how obviously effective the run game is, but how weak the 49ers defense is.
Totally.
And we definitely capitalized that. I will say, first drive of the game, first couple minutes, it was like we were just running down the field, running the ball, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And
I think also, but for the run game, because there's still question marks, right? Because the run was so successful against a not good defense. You know, they weren't that bad before, but regardless. It's also important, though, because the Seahawks are going against a divisional team.
Yes.
And Kyle Shanahan. So to be successful in the run, period, whether they have a good defense or not, it counts for something. Yes. Because you're playing this team twice a year. Kyle Shanahan is one of the best coaches in the game. So to be able to figure out a run game that works regardless deserves a little credit.
Absolutely. And like we've said before, having a defensive-minded head coach, Mike McDonald, Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan are 2 other NFC West coaches that are controlling the division. Them being so offensively minded and then having a defensive-minded head coach and being able to counterpart that part of the game, so us having a great defense. Seattle is our best when we have a good defense.
Yep.
And like the guys had said after the game, when the defense goes on to the field, stops them big, on 3rd down, offense goes on the game. When we are able to go out there and run down the clock, eat up time, that allows the defense to rest. It allows so much more wiggle room on both sides of the ball. Everyone's happy about that. And I think that was clear that happened on Saturday.
You have an elite defense that is now rested. And then what we saw happen is like your point, the first drive, we ate up the clock. First drive of the game, go down 70 yards. We're in the red zone. And then the 49ers come out, who their offense had sat on the bench for a while. Yeah. A rested elite defense comes out and goes 3 and out. Yep. Because now every time you get the ball, you're facing an elite defense.
Exactly.
And it's going to be tough for anyone.
And I think, too, the last couple of games, the offense has lulled a lot, and it's been hard to, get going. But I also, that game, I feel like the offense came out and set the tone for the whole game. Which lately we've been waiting for a key takeaway or a massive stop from the defense to flip the script and get the game going. I feel like coming out Saturday, controlling the game, marching down the field, having no problem getting down there. Unfortunately, not getting points out of it, but still, I think the offense really set the tone of the game, and the defense was like, all right. All right.
Me and you looked at each other. I was like, they're weak.
Yeah, we looked at each other. We were like, we look good.
No, we look good. I knew we were good, but that game made me realize how good we are.
Because no matter what, and it does not matter how bummed up the Niners are, wherever they are on the health chart, any of that, they are a division rival game. Yes. They're going to play hard. We're going to play hard.
For no the number what. 1 seed. Yes. They were at home.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if they're missing anybody with whatever the case is. They were going balls to the walls. It didn't work.
Exactly. Also, JSN didn't have a huge game. However, he did cap off an amazing season. 119 catches, which is 4th in receptions of all the receivers. NFL league leader with 1,793 yards. 10 touchdowns, who is tied with Puka in 4th place. And 17.93 yards average per reception. Wow. Obviously, we placed first place in the NFC, first place in the West. If that is not a case for Offensive Player of the Year, I don't know what is.
Well, apparently Puka is a front runner, and JSN's name isn't even being mentioned.
Of course.
Which I nothing against Puka other than his personality, but like statistically wise, yeah, he's obviously elite, but so is JSN. So I'm just not understanding what is trumping.
Just because
crazy word choice. Yeah. So sorry about that.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
But like,
no, the thing that it's irritating is because if you look at the stats, Puka I think missed 2 games or 1.5 game or some crap. I don't know. Don't care. And had the way that the stats work out, it's showing that Jason did more with less targets, less receptions compared to Puka. And I will also say that Matthew Stafford is front runner, I guess you could say, for the MVP. And he's having an MVP caliber quarterback throw him these balls. Of course he's going to be up there in the stats. Sam Darnold, no, he's not up for MVP, but he's given Jason a plentiful number of opportunities. Yeah. And, I mean, he led receiving yards every single game of the season.
I just have a hard time being like, oh, but Puka's ahead of him. For what reason? I don't know. I mean, we're going to save the end of season award debate for another episode.
Yeah, when it gets
closer. We have a little bit of time while that gets closer. But yeah, there's a lot of question marks. Again, it's one of those things in sports that, you know, as we sit here and we joke about like explaining, the like rules of the NFL, right? Like things that don't even make sense to me often. Like you can reach the ball over the goal line, but like you got to have 2 feet in. And if you don't, you know what I mean? I'm like, what? Anyways, it's like explaining how someone wins the MVP.
Yeah.
Because I understand maybe Drake May is up there in the discussion. Obviously, Matthew Stafford, he's having an elite year. He came back from a back injury. But, like, at what point does winning matter? Like, Matthew Stafford damn near finished 3rd in the NFC West.
And that's... Wow, this conversation sounds familiar. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Cal Raleigh versus Aaron Judge?
Yeah, I think I just have a hard... Like, it would be hard for me to be like, yes, Matt Stafford deserves the MVP of the whole NFL, and his team was damn near 3rd. Mm-hmm. There's a quarterback with 14 wins in the same division. Mm-hmm. So what matters?
I mean, personally, I'm taking the wins.
Right.
And I mean, like we said, not to knock on Matthew Stafford and Puka. Obviously, they are great. And lucky us that we get to play them twice a year. But, like, at the end of the day, JSN is leading the yards throughout the entire season. We clinched the 1 seed. A lot of that was due to JSN absolutely balling out.
Right.
We're dropping 30 and 40 bombs on teams throughout the season. Like,
seems pretty valuable.
Seems pretty valuable.
Seems pretty valuable.
Seems like the most valuable.
Seems pretty like offensive player valuable.
No, he's obviously our vote. But anyways, let's talk about the defense, also known as the dark side.
So when did it change from mob to dark side?
I'm not sure. I think
it's both because I still am hearing mob.
Now I'm thinking it's the title is the dark side, and then they're like
they play with the mob mentality.
Like their mentality is the mob.
Okay.
I could be wrong. If any Seahawks want to jump in and let us know.
Yeah, or like, come on.
Yeah.
You could do that too.
Explain. That'd be cool.
They're elite. If there was a question whether they were elite or not going into that game, because we all know there was, they proved that they are. They just capped off 5 straight games, not allowing a single run over 12 yards.
Massive.
In 5 straight games.
Yeah.
These aren't against teams with no running backs.
They are sharks out there.
No, it's not even fair.
Like somebody's running, get them. Kill them.
Those games that they're not allowing a rusher to receive a run more than 12 yards, that's including Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, Rico Dowdle, Christian McCaffrey.
Those are all within the top 10 running backs in the league. And on top of
that's not fair.
Speaking of McCaffrey, we kept him to just 23 rushing yards on Saturday, which is his fewest over the last 8 years. And we all know how good of a player Christian McCaffrey is. That is not lost on us. To me, that actually screams just how good the defense is.
Right.
Because there have been plenty of games and plenty of times where the Seahawks defense is good, but we do allow running backs to have explosive plays and still put up 80, 90, 100 yards.
Right.
We have not done that. Keeping him to 23 rushing yards.
Oh, it's sick. You can't speak to me. In what world do you want to talk crap to us after we do that to you?
You simply cannot.
And thank you for dropping the ball also. We should focus on handing the ball off to him.
That might be the best thing ever because that 1 yard goal line finally went in our favor.
Why are you trying Drake Thomas with a sorry ass receiver like Christian McCaffrey?
Big facts. We finished the season as the number 1 scoring defense, number 1 in points allowed with 16.9 points per game. In comparison, because the Houston Texans have been notably the best defense all season, Denver has probably been third. We have allowed 292 points. Houston has allowed 295. Denver has allowed 311. So it is confirmed.
Yeah.
Seahawks are the best defense.
Yeah.
Houston Texans right there below us. I wouldn't want to face either of us in the playoffs.
I mean, Seattle did beat Houston, but, I think the stats are finally showing, right, that the Seahawks are up there.
Yeah.
For best defense in the league. But just watching it, I think on Saturday finally gave everyone that visual of like, holy shit. Well, it's the running to the ball.
Yes.
There's like 3 guys on every single play. They are right there. We're going to the ball, whether it's a reception. Like, joking about Christian McCaffrey's dropped pass. I mean, it could have been a fumble too. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah.
But if our defensive player isn't right there, that's not in his hands.
No.
That's effort. They are running. They are sprinting. They're physical.
They're absolutely attacking the ball. And you could notice too, and this is something that you and I have always talked about, probably off air too, while just watching games, a bone to pick with the defense usually is that they allow the players to make the play and then get to the ball.
Right.
They're not doing that anymore. They're getting to the ball a lot of the time before the receiver, and they're making plays on the ball rather than afterwards, which I think is what's causing so many turnovers, so many drop passes, not many yards after catch. I mean, they are attacking, and they are being physical.
It's physical.
That one, it was most likely Monroe had that hit, and we were like, and I was like, that's Bam Bam right there.
That's Bam Bam.
That is Bam Bam.
The way he's
reincarnated.
Monroe's playing. He's definitely up for Defensive Player of the Year. And if he's not, then you're not watching his film. But overall, yes, it's the physicality is what's reminding all Seahawks fans of the LOB because that's what we've been missing. It's that bang, bang plays every single time they're on you. Like, joking aside, watching Purdy try to run, it's like, you can't run on us.
No.
We're there. We're not giving you 10 yards to, maybe scramble a little bit. We're on your ass.
And if I were Brock Purdy, I would literally just drop the pigskin and run out the stadium. Be like, no more.
Because we made you look weak.
No more.
Their whole team. I'm sorry, but like, I have a bone to pick with. If I was a 49ers fan, y'all look weak.
Well,
Juwan Jennings, I'm like, bro,
he's a punk.
Especially when we're talking about time of possession here, when Seahawks had the ball 15 more minutes than you. Your offense, you guys should be well rested.
Yeah.
There was multiple plays where Christian McCaffrey and Juwan Jennings make one play. They're coming out the game and sitting kneeing down.
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings was on a knee.
Yes.
I'm like,
he has been on and off the field all season too. God forbid that guy could just stay healthy 1 week. I mean, yes, that has been the story of the 49ers all season and that's why it's impressive that they have made it this far because they are just a walking hospital room. But like at the end of the day, the Seahawks did not come to play.
Yeah.
And needed to remind y'all.
Right. So even with shorter possession time, the physicality of the Seahawks defense will wear a team out.
Absolutely.
It's exhausting for an offense.
And especially if our offense is rolling and eating up time and allowing every time that our defense is on the field to be fully rested. Oh my God. 5-course meal. Fuck me up. Licking my chops. No, I love it. One more thing on the defensive end, which I think is something fun to know, is that we're the 26th expensive defense. So very cheap, according to the rest of the league. And we did just sign Charles Cross to a 4-year contract extension, $104.4 million, averaging about $26 million a year, which is the largest non-quarterback contract in franchise history. So it just sounds like we're maximizing our Super Bowl window.
Right. To finish off the Seahawks segment, we have to give Mike McDonald his flowers and recap some of the historic stats that the Seahawks have now completed for the season. Specifically looking at Mike McDonald, that's 14 wins and NFC's #1 seed. This is a second-year head coach. Won the best division in years.
Yep.
Statistically, the NFC West is the best division with 3 teams finishing at 12 wins or more.
First time ever a division has had 3 teams with 12-plus wins in a division.
Sorry, Cardinals. But put some respect on the NFC West. Mike McDonald is 6-2 against current playoff teams. 8-1 on the road. We have the best defense in the NFL, which he has created through his system in 2 years. And the Seattle Seahawks have beat 5 teams that have won 10-plus games this year. That includes the Steelers, Jaguars, Rams, 49ers, and the Texans.
Huge. And I do recall a lot of people saying, oh, the Seahawks haven't played anyone good.
Oh, yeah, the strength of schedule. You know love when people don't really know sports. We ran into a few post-Seahawks game, and, Ari and I were on our bullshit. A few like to throw out the, strength of schedule, right? Not knowing
Yeah.
That guy knew for sure he didn't know who we actually had played, right? It's just one of those things you can keep in your back pocket to be like, well, I'm sure your strength of schedule, wasn't great.
It's just bullshit.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure the Seahawks strength of schedule,
I'm convinced that everyone is just out here to rage bait us.
Yeah, no.
Because I was just dumb. It wasn't even factual.
I was like, how many wins do we have?
And coming from a Patriots fan, I'm sorry, but, respect to y'all, but y'all have, I think, statistically,
right,
if not the first, it's the 4th. I can't remember.
Strength of schedule.
Easiest schedule.
Yes.
It's been proven.
I think the Bears are up there as well. But yes, it's always something people just like to throw out when they don't really know.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just you're rage baiting me. No. Piss off. One quote I do want to say, because we mentioned how much culture has been important in Seattle. Ernest Jones, after that game, said, quote, "We're here today as #1 seed because of Mike. Not just the way he calls it, but the community that he's building in that locker room. We play for each other. We fight for each other." Leonard Williams as well. He's been in the league for a while, 8.5 years, combined with the Jets and the Giants. Woof. So he's having an absolute ball this year with the Seahawks. He said, "It's incredible. I don't want today to end, honestly. I was hanging out in the locker room for a long time. That's probably why I'm the last one here. It's incredible. I've been playing for a really long time. This is the closest team I've ever been on, the most winning season I've ever been on, and overall, the job's not done." And all the players praise Mike McDonald. They love what he's done. They believe in his scheme, and also the culture that they've built. Both sides are playing for each other. We've talked about this all year. You see that culture. You see the team standing up for their quarterback after. Yeah. It's just different. That's been a big question mark for the Seahawks in the past. There was a lot of chitter chatter about player relationships with our ex-coach, relationships with the ex-quarterback not being as tight as they could because he maybe became unrelatable. This team is just riding for each other. Yeah. And a lot of that, I think, also is an advantage to us that a lot of them are younger. We have one of the youngest teams. I think that allows somebody like Mike McDonald to come in and really coach everybody up and shape them into just a winning culture.
Right. And bring out the most potential in them.
I mean, Rick Woolen had even said last week, I think after a game, somebody asked him to compare Pete Carroll and Mike McDonald, which bold question by that reporter. No disrespect to Pete Carroll whatsoever. We love him in Seattle. But Reek did make a comment that, under Pete, it was very relaxed. And now with Mike McDonald, it's brought out a better version of Reek. It's just...
You've seen that.
Yeah.
There's no... Reek and his growth and the limited PI calls, the locking up receivers. When you're not seeing a lot of a cornerback, it's probably a good thing.
Yep.
And he's had a miraculous change to his season. So shout out to Mike McDonald, who just continues to, also looking at the Seahawks front office. We, right on cue, gave props to John Schneider last week.
And we'll continue to do so.
We'll continue to praise that man for what he's done over the last few years, especially rebuilding the team after winning a Super Bowl with Seattle. I think also what we didn't touch on, but what John Schneider has been able to do is also do things that he knew were going to piss people off.
100%.
Piss people off in the city. Getting rid of Russell Wilson, piss people off.
DK Metcalf.
DK, Tyler Lockett, Pete Carroll.
Yep.
A lot of these changes that as some executives don't make because they don't want to rattle a fan base, they don't want to rattle players, all these things that he's been willing to do.
Those were tough decisions.
Tough decisions.
And they've all worked out.
You know, even like looking back at like Bobby Wagner, not to say that we couldn't have used him, but like obviously there's a whole business side of these decisions to get draft picks that they are hitting on. Mm-hmm. He is just a very unique executive that keeps relationships with people, positive ones, because you can see all the old team comes back consistently. You see Marshawn Lynch talking live on that game, and he's like, "Oh, shout out to Snyder! I see Snyder!" Like they're all like still tight. Yeah. But to be able to make those decisions to allow this team to grow and get the fans back in it, because we were losing Lumen Field there for a second.
We were.
Is truly why he's executive of the year.
Absolutely. And I think going into the playoffs, obviously we have a bye week, so we will be sitting back pretty, eating bonbons and eating Cheetos all weekend, watching people battle it out until they come on into Lumen Field, knowing damn well that like the 12s are back in it. We have playoff culture back in Seattle is going to be fucking insane. First division title since 2020, the winningest record in team history this season. Sam Darnold joined Tom Brady as the only other quarterback to record consecutive seasons with 14-plus wins, which we mentioned first ever to do with 2 different teams, which I think is even more impressive. Mm-hmm. He finished the season 5th in passing yards, so he's still up there slanging that thing.
To Seahawks players most of the time.
Yeah. We want to make an emphasis on that. Obviously, we've said the record for Mike Macdonald, 24-10. Last 25 games record, 20-5, which is a league best. Everything that he's done. I mean, league best point differential. Most points scored in franchise history this season, 483. Everything that he has done, even just in the 2 years that he's here, but even just from last year to this year is fucking insane. Mm-hmm. And we're going to hoist the Lombardi.
Oh, we're going to hoist the Lombardi. What the hell is going on, everyone? All jokes aside, but we came off of a literally historic Mariners season, and moving into the Seahawks season, we were like kind of a little late. Obviously, we were reporting on it, but we're like, oh, okay, time to get into, football. I've never gone to a Mariners game on October 20th.
We can split our energy between the Mariners and the Seahawks because it's usually like maybe mid.
High mid.
Yeah, like more potential over here with the Seahawks. But this time it was like all of our energy and everything was into the Mariners, where we were like, Seahawks, hold on one second.
No, please hold.
But keep winning games and keep up, because we'll be there in a second.
Yes.
We just got to take care of business in the baseball world real quick. Fell short, obviously, but insane run. Mm-hmm. And then it was like we flipped a gear and it was like, holy shit, wait, the Seahawks are actually good. And we kept saying like, Super Bowl? Why not?
Why not?
If not them, why not us?
And ain't that the fucking truth?
Okay, maybe like a little, not delusional, but like a little just like, I don't know.
Why can't we be delusional about our own teams?
Yeah,
though?
Exactly.
If you're not going to ride for your own sports teams, what's the point?
What is the point?
What is the point? Because don't get us wrong, we're pessimistic about a lot of shit in life.
Oh, yeah.
My team isn't one of them.
No.
And also, hate to break the news, all of you listening, besides John Schneider, do not have the ability to change the lineup.
No, especially mid-game.
And team personnel. So you might as well rock with your team or don't. Facts. The one thing I need to be gone is like the hater comments where it's like, I saw one yesterday that came to us and it was like, he'll lose it for us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can take that. If your term is he'll lose it for us and you're talking about your own team, you want to claim to be a Seahawks fan, but
you ain't talking to me.
You're not one of us.
Yeah, get out of my comments.
You're not us.
Yeah, that shit irritates me to no end. Like, we had a comment the other day where it was like, he's going to fold like he always does or something like that. And I literally responded and I was like, or it was something like, we're not going to win. I was like, not with that attitude.
Exactly. Then you're not a Seahawks fan.
You get on the field then.
Geno Smith was our quarterback. Well, I'm going to ride for Geno Smith because, again, I can't trade him. So, you know what I mean?
I Sam can Darnold, sit here I am. Whine, complain, which I will. But, like, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And at the end of the day, it's not like we had, like, a New York Jets franchise or something.
Oh, no.
Like,
golly.
Like, there's always potential as long as John Schneider is at the top. Now with Mike Macdonald, I'm like, Have we not been told to trust John Schneider?
Dude, trust him. I trust Mike McDonald. I'm also seeing that this ain't gonna slow down anytime soon.
No, if we're already like...
Because who are we losing next year that would make a serious impact to what we got going on?
I mean, maybe Kenneth Walker, but like...
Maybe Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, now everyone wants him as
now
head
y'all
coach.
want to call Clint Kubiak. I thought Sam Darnold wasn't doing that good. Get out of my face. Anyways, let's look at the rest of the NFL playoffs. If we failed to mention, because, we're a little hyped up on winning, this is a full NFL episode where we just recapped, obviously, the Seattle Seahawks, and now we'll give you a little insight into what the playoffs look like moving into Wild Card Weekend.
Wild Card Weekend, which we don't have to participate in, thank God.
Oh my God, we love a bye.
No, we love a bye. Bye round 2, baby.
Bye-bye.
Just a year of byes.
You're telling me in 1 year the Seattle Seahawks and the Seattle Mariners had a bye?
Stop. I'm going to start getting cocky.
No, I'm going to get so annoying.
I'm going to get in those comments, just like every Yankees fan, every Niners fan. I'm going to be like,
oh yeah, this weekend I'm going to be like, how's it going this weekend? Because I wouldn't know. Because I'm sitting on my couch.
I'm hiking. No, I'm not.
No.
But I'm knitting, doing something. Anyways, obviously, like we said, NFC 1 seed Seahawks, AFC 1 seed Broncos. It's giving 2013.
Yeah, it's giving 48-3.
Yeah, we know how that story ended.
It's giving won the Super Bowl at halftime.
Honestly, first 3 minutes.
Dude, going up, I will always remember going up to the kitchen, boop, 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 to fill up my to fill up my plate at halftime, going, we just won the fucking Super Bowl.
No, yeah. Do you guys want to watch a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this is absolute cinema.
I know we play fourth quarters, but I felt that way a little bit in that 49ers game. I'm like, they are weak compared to us.
I was going to be fuming if we couldn't close that out because I was like, we got this.
Oh, my God.
We got this. Okay, so starting off Saturday, the Rams, they are in the 5th seed now. So they will be in Carolina playing the Panthers at 1:30 p.m. Obviously, previously, the Panthers beat the Rams in the regular season.
I would just love to see that. I want the NFL and all you voters to try to give the 5th seed NFC West or 5th seed NFC Rams, Matthew Stafford, the MVP after he loses the wild card game to the Carolina Panthers.
I would be okay with that, but I will actually flip shit if they give Offensive Player of the Year to Puka Nacua.
No, for sure.
That's where I will draw the line. Dead serious.
I'll flip shit about Puka for sure. But regardless,
I'll flip shit just because he's yapping, probably on a stream right now.
Dude, I'll flip shit just because the sun rose. No, but I'm saying, like, you're going to have a hard time making that argument.
Facts.
I want to hear, like, 3 segments of people having to, like, back that one up.
No, literally. I want full, like, 5-page
essay.
MLA format.
Thesis.
Yep. I want it all. And a cover letter. So we'll see how that goes. I will say out of all the wild card games, they are the heaviest, point differential to win. Rams are 10.5 point favorites.
I would assume, because Carolina is a losing team in the
Bryce
playoffs.
Young.
Short quarterbacks.
Yeah, short kings. Next up, the Packers, who are in the 7th seed, will be at the Chicago Bears, who are the 2nd seed. At 5 p.m., the Bears are hosting their first playoff game in 7 years. Pretty cool what Ben Johnson has done. Caleb Williams loves that 4th quarter, 2-minute drive. Kind of stole our flow bar for bar, but it's fine. It's fine. They clinched the 2nd seed. Good for them. Moving on to Sunday, the Bills, who are in the 6th seed in the AFC, will be at Jacksonville playing the Jaguars, who are the 3rd seed at 10 a.m. I think that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Insane. If you would have told me the Jags were doing this, I would have been like, you're a fucking liar.
I can't help but just be like, the Bills are the 6th seed. The Chiefs aren't in it, and you're still the 6th seed?
Bro, okay, I will say this one thing. And don't get me wrong, I like
the Bills.
You'll
say only one thing?
Well, no, I'll say about 82 other things. But this one's really important. I like the Bills, and I like Josh Allen.
Yes.
However, you don't have Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Your road to the Super Bowl is as fucking clear as it can get. If you don't get there this year...
All I'm hearing
You're
is
never going to get there.
wide open spaces. But I'm just still baffled that you're the 6th seed. I can't get my head around it.
They've been so inconsistent this year. They've lost just dumb games for no reason. And the Jags honestly look good. So I think that'll be a good game.
Confusing.
Next up in the NFC, 49ers are the 6th seed.
Wah, wah.
They will be in
elite
practice squad.
I'm sorry, but if you guys don't get trolling from us now, it's warranted. Let us be.
Because they also can't take a loss, and so that is just fuel to my fire. The 49ers will be in Philadelphia, the 3rd seed at 1:30 p.m. Eagles are the only repeat division winner from last year.
Wow.
Which
we love a switch up.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the switch up this year. Same with the college football playoffs. If we were just switching shit up this year. We're shaking it up. That's what we're doing. Duh. So obviously go Eagles, I suppose. And then after that on Sunday, still Chargers in the AFC are in the 7th seed. They will be playing in New England against the Patriots, who are the 2nd seed in the AFC at 5 p.m. This is the first time the Pats are hosting a playoff game since Tom Brady's last game in the Patriots uni.
Wow.
Yeah. They're so motherfucking back.
Is it Drake May or Mike Vrabel?
Are we just chronically online, or do we just like
no ball?
No ball,
dude. I no ball. I had to listen to.
I guess two things could be true.
There's a lot of things that could be true, but I had to listen to is it Tom Brady or Bill Belichick for far too long, and we all know the answer to that question. It's Bill
and his girlfriend.
I'm kidding. Everyone is gonna be like, really?
You don't know ball.
Literally, it's Tom. We all know that.
Obviously, Tom Brady. And
people that live under a rock know that. Because now he's with Alex Earl, and now people know Tom Brady.
Bro. He said now is it Tom Brady or Bill? Who gets the younger girlfriend now?
Watch this.
It's always going to be.
I'll trade your 24-year-old. No, what's even worse is imagine being Braxton Berrios.
Poor guy.
Your girlfriend went from dating you to Tom Brady.
There's nothing you can do except...
You can't even say she downgraded.
No! The go of football? I mean, that's just... I actually feel so bad for the guy. Like, that fucking sucks.
And you know what? For Tom Brady, like, she's pretty famous right now, like, popping off of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
He's pulling... You know what?
Please tell me you saw the video of somebody yelling at him. And he had his flashlight on, like, in his back pocket. And people were like, Tom, your flashlight's on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't...
I'm like, this guy is a fucking father.
Yeah, I can't take it serious that he's, like, listening to, like, rave music with the 26-year-old. But, like, you know what? The fact that he can pull her over, like, everyone else that's probably after her is comical.
I mean, let's be honest. Is this what 7 Super Bowls do to people?
Oh, yeah. If I had 7, it would be... fascinating.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to talk about what I'm doing.
So sorry for the tangent.
Wrapping a wild card on Monday, the Texans, who are in the 5th seed, will be in Pittsburgh.
You don't even know how to say 5th seed because we don't even.
What's a 5th seed?
Not us.
Not us.
Remember that silly little game on Saturday night where we were either going to be 1st or 5th?
Yeah. Well, we said we want 1st. Gimme.
Give me a bye and home field advantage.
Gimme. Because all roads in the NFC go through Seattle. So that's just point blank period. The Texans will be in Pittsburgh Monday night at 5 p.m. I just fear that the Texans defense are going to gobble Aaron Rodgers up like a rotisserie chicken, but whatever. I guess we'll find out.
Before we get into the teams that lost their leaders on this fine Monday night time of recording, so there was a lot of them today. Let's get into a few highlights from this NFL season that led to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That we just highlighted.
Yeah.
The Jets made history.
The Jets did make history.
The New York Jets.
However, not for a good reason.
No. The New York Jets became the first team in NFL history to not record a single interception and had the largest loss differential in the whole league.
Can I just say a fun fact about this?
That they play Tua twice a year and didn't get one interception.
That as well. Interceptions started being recorded as a stat in 1932, and jet airplanes were invented in 1939, meaning the Jets have accomplished a feat so embarrassing that it predates their own mascot, the actual Jets.
Bro, Bro, my thing about this is it's almost fascinating because, like, interceptions often happen, like, accidentally. Like, it tips off someone's helmet, hits a big boy's butt.
Game.
Ricocheted.
Yeah.
Not one of those things happened for you guys in 17 games?
And Aaron Glenn, their head coach, which they are sticking with,
were they just batting balls down if they came to them? They were like, no.
He's a defensive, like, guru. Like, he is a defensive guy. And I'm like, y'all didn't get just one?
No, one. Like, on accident.
On accident. Not even trying to get one. It's like you tried to not get one.
No, that's what I mean. Like, were they spiking balls if they came to him? Like, a quarterback was like, no, I'm not going to catch this, but I'll bat it.
I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Genuinely.
All right.
Poor ass franchise. I'm sorry. However, on the more on a positive note, Myles Garrett with the Cleveland Browns broke the single season sack record with his 23rd sack the last game of the season against Joe Burrow. I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
That was scripted. That was 1,000%.
I'm sorry, but Joe Burrow literally just laid in the fetal position. Yeah. Which, ironically, is exactly how Michael Strahan got his against Brett Favre years ago.
We all know we didn't include the Browns in the playoff matchups, so they weren't going to be in it.
No.
That was 1,000% scripted.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's post game.
He got paid.
He couldn't even remember what coverage they were in.
No.
Joe Burrow could also tell you what play they ran like 4 years ago on week 12.
Yeah, the game was just like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't know.
And he like kind of starts answering it, and then he's like, no, I couldn't tell you what coverage we were doing.
It was really awkward.
I was like, okay.
And I wasn't loving that. But anyway, shout out to Myles Garrett. Elite.
Shout out to Myles Garrett.
You should also try to like switch teams though and like play for a contender one day.
I know.
It's
okay.
giving Mike Trout.
Unfortunately, yes. Like, at what point does the money...
Dude, even Shohei left, and we know he steals money.
Yes. At least he was smart.
Dude, at least he, like
also
acted like he wanted to win.
Yeah. No, agreed. Okay, top 5 NFL stories of the season. This we have said multiple times, this has got to be the weirdest, but also the most entertaining season I think that we've ever had, even just looking at the playoffs. Chiefs aren't in it. The Bengals aren't in it. The Ravens aren't in it.
You're not going to see Taylor Swift in the playoffs.
Woo! I'm so sorry.
Or Claire Kittle. I'm just kidding. Sorry. That was a lot. I like her, but in one game, it's too much.
I mean, I guess that's all
Francisco's got. You're going to show Claire Kittle and not Kristen Juszczyk?
Facts.
That girl actually has a partnership with the NFL. You would think she'd be on the screen.
That's a valid point. That is a valid point.
She makes clothing for y'all.
And it's fire, too.
Fire.
Okay, top 5 NFL stories of the season. Number 1, we already touched on the NFC West just being the best division. First time ever that a division has had 3 12-plus win teams. The Seahawks and the Rams and the 49ers. I mean, that right there is enough to say that our 14-3 record, considering we played all those teams how many times a year?
Right. So we're 14-3, and we also played 2 teams twice.
Mm-hmm. So
that would be 4 games of those 14-3.
Yep.
Against teams that won 12 or more games this year.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to.
Yep.
Confirmed. But our strength of schedule is weak.
Yep. Exactly. I'm like, just in our division is already knows that.
Right. Then we had to go play your guys' 1 seed over there.
Yeah. And then we have to play the fucking NFC South. Ching. Silly gooses. Number 2, I'd say the Micah Parsons trade from Dallas to Green Bay. That was pretty massive.
I think it was massive also because of obviously just the storylines of the Dallas Cowboys in general, and having one of their most loyal players finally outspoken, loyal, kind of Jerry guy, finally kind of like go against the leader. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like went against the... I'm not going to use any political terms because then we'll for sure be canceled. But he went against the grain, you know? And he got out of Dallas, and that was a huge story. To go also into a division rival.
Yeah.
Hilarious. And the Packers went further than the Cowboys.
Shocking. Unfortunately, the Packers season is kind of just a whole bunch of question marks. They are in the playoffs, but Micah Parsons also did get injured, which is a bummer. But still, that trade was... I'd say probably the biggest trade of the season. Next up, which I think is just hilarious, still is that Phillip Rivers really returned to football at 44 years old.
Yeah.
To save the Colts season. And the Colts are unfortunately not in the playoffs, so he now has to wait another 5 years to be eligible for the Hall of Fame.
But he has another 5 years of healthcare.
Yep. So, I don't know. Money move? Yes.
Mm-hmm. And he just showed all 40-year-olds that,
never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. Tom Brady, do you have any?
And he proved once again that NFL players are allowed to retire multiple times.
I don't understand.
For the rest of the world that is in corporate jobs and stuff, you usually just retire once.
And you have a party and you
know, a little 401k.
Yep. Yeah.
We start living off Social Security in the trenches. But now I know.
No.
I could come back to professional football.
Yeah. You absolutely can.
Yeah.
What a weird concept. Pretty cool, though.
You still have 4 years of eligibility in college. Maybe
for what?
I don't know. Take up something. Golf.
I fear that's not the best idea.
Basketball?
I was just thinking being on a campus.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, God, you'd be something.
Hey, I survived 4 years of Pullman, so what can I not...
Fourth story of the year. The biggest surprise was the Jacksonville Jaguars, who finished the season with 13 wins for the second time in franchise history with a new coach and a GM.
Isn't the GM like 10 years old too?
Duval.
Apparently that's not how you say it, but I like that now.
I don't care. Impressive new coach.
Yes.
If Trevor Lawrence could cut his hair one day, that would be really cool for me. I struggle with that.
Does he have a shampoo deal yet?
It's just, I don't think so, but he looks like the statues in Spy Kids. And it's
an interesting look for sure.
And I just feel like having the long hair is so we're 18 years old.
It's giving like playing a high school quarterback in like a Disney Channel movie.
It's giving Troy Bolton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's
look.
an ugly dude, but it just throws me off.
It's an interesting look.
There's got to be one hippie in the NFL, they say.
Okay. Who said that?
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want it. Biggest thing for the Jags for me is it's quite interesting that they're doing all this and didn't seem like they really needed Travis Hunter.
No.
Travis Hunter's been out for majority of the season.
Yeah, I think he played, 4 games maybe?
Yeah, and they were still trying to figure out, because he's a two-way player and he's so sick.
Yeah.
He can play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I would love to see, Travis Hunter play both sides of the ball against a team like the Seattle Seahawks. Guard JSN and then get hit by a Monterey.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It's just, it's not happening.
It's
against, Miami.
Great in theory.
Who you play over there.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can cherry pick which teams you want to do that with, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is what they said at the beginning of the season. They were kind of we're just going to kind of depend on the matchup every week. And I'm like...
I just haven't studied the Jaguars that much, purposely and not purposely, but I don't know. Obviously, when they're making this run, is there something that their team's missing, right? Maybe offensive protection or defensive line. I just find it interesting that could they have gotten a different piece
instead of Travis Hunter?
Yeah,
probably.
That maybe because obviously they're proving that now. Maybe I don't know, or Travis Hunter comes back and makes them even more elite.
I don't know. I mean, all I know is that the Jags are a pretty complete team on both sides of the ball. They have a good running back. They have a couple good receivers. Trevor Lawrence seems to be a lot more confident, and their defense is good.
All right.
I don't know. I just, personally, I do like seeing new teams in the playoffs.
Oh, me too. Their jerseys, too, one thing no one talks about is people that have, potential, or teams that have potentially nice jerseys, but they suck, their jerseys aren't that nice.
True.
But, when you start winning...
All of a sudden, that Jaguar looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's... Exactly.
All of a sudden, I like saying Duval.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
It's so true.
Panthers jerseys are cool too. Carolina Panthers.
All of a sudden, I really like them.
They were really cool with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
But then, when you suck, that jersey's so
baby
oh my
blue.
God, Pee-wee.
Yes.
We've said
now
this
it looks fire.
In basketball. If the Lakers sucked,
I'm sorry.
and they were in LA, people would be like, yellow and purple?
And then you want to put on black shoes with them?
But because they're Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, it's like iconic.
Cool.
It's a very valid point.
Thank you.
Yeah, because the Jags, like, all of a sudden, I'm like, kind of fun.
No, kind of fun.
Teal or whatever color is kind of cool.
One team that's like semi-decent, though, that your jerseys will always be ugly to me is the Chargers. Is that because we went to a blue and yellow high school?
I think so.
But also, it's the blue they use. I even think it would look better if it was navy.
Yeah. No, it's like a cartoon. Okay, literally.
Yes, Ari.
Last game of the season, the Broncos played the Chargers, and the Broncos had their throwback unis, which I think are fun.
Yeah, fun, but also look like the Mudville Nines.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bobby Boucher.
Yes. The Broncos in their throwbacks playing against the Chargers, just normal blue pants and what, I don't know. Yellow socks or some shit. Literally seeing those two teams play each other, I was like, am I on Nickelodeon?
No, it looked like you were trying to teach your second grader, like, colors.
Yes, it looked like a cartoon-ass game. I was like, I can't take y'all seriously.
Yeah, so sorry for the jersey tangent, but most of y'all will understand that.
We know ball, but we're also still girls. And we do pay attention to that shit. Mm-hmm. Number 5, I'd say on the top 5 NFL stories of the season, Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears, which we mentioned earlier. This is the first time as the second seed or higher since the 2006 season. Mm-hmm. Caleb Williams is now the Bears' all-time single-season passing yards leader. Pretty cool what Ben Johnson has done with Caleb Williams over the last year. Also, it was cracking me up because I think I heard that, I think it was about the Jags. They were saying, like, they are division winners first time since 2022. I'm like, 3 years ago? You can't say first time since and then say something under 5.
No. Have you ever rooted for the Seattle Mariners?
Thank you. I'm like, no, when you say first time since, I got to hear 10 years plus.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Otherwise, it's not impressive to me.
It's like, 15 years plus, but sure.
That's what we're used to.
That's unique.
But the Bears getting the second seed or higher first time since 2006, 20 years? That's impressive. That's so exciting.
Impressive. Yeah.
I'm here for that.
And it's, gotta even suck more if you're a Lions fan, though. Because who knew how important Ben Johnson was to the Lions?
Clearly. I mean, we
Lions, knew, but like, woof.
No, woof. Because the Lions are not out of the playoffs. They were expected to be NFC North winner, 10 to 12 wins, deep playoff run.
Well, yes.
Not in the playoffs.
The way the Lions just got their fans all hyped up last year. Ooh. And then the Lions fans went into offseason feeling good. Probably went to training camp, hyping their shit up. And then we're going to win the fucking Super Bowl. Chiefs are kind of ass, whatever. Yeah. And then they came out this season and laid a fucking goose egg.
I know.
Wah, wah.
Wild
back
turn
to
of events. Go back to see now when the Seahawks are on the 1 seed, Broncos are on the 1 seed, Patriots are good again. We are resetting the clocks. We're going back to how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. Where's the Jared Goff slander? Throw that back in there.
Dude, him and Matthew Stafford are still like 1 and 2 on like passing yards, touchdowns, everything. I'm like, that trade still is gonna go down as like the best, most even.
But then
trade
why
ever.
are the Lions losing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Speaking of the Lions not fulfilling their preseason expectations, as well as the Chiefs. Chiefs were not expected to be the winner of their division, but deep playoff run. They missed playoffs, which is crazy. This is the first time Chiefs are not in the playoffs for the first time since 2014.
We've also
Travis
lowered
Kelce also could be done playing football. Who knows?
Yeah, you gave a weird answer that's giving I'm done with football. Also, the number of NFL rests have seemed to go down. Mm-hmm. So, seems correlated with the Chiefs. I don't know. The NFL does have some funny opportunity to, like, arrest Stephon Diggs before the playoffs. But I would assume that Robert Kraft is going to,
I'm sure they're pulling strings.
Yeah.
3 other teams that really fell short were the Buccaneers. They were expected to be NFC South winners for the 5th straight year. Strong NFC contenders. Mm-hmm. They finished 8-9, no playoffs. Obviously had a ton of injuries, but bummer for Baker Mayfield down there in Tampa. Other teams, the Bengals, they were expected 9 to 10-ish wins, AFC contenders. Joe Burrow to have career year. They obviously had questions on the O-line defense, but reality, they finished 6-11. Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow was also caught saying, quote, "I just want to have fun playing football again."
Yeah, then had
So
to, like,
awkward.
retracted that.
Yeah.
It was awkward.
I'm like, no, you said what you said.
Yeah.
I heard you. And then the last team that I'd say really fell short, obviously, was the Ravens. What a confusing fucking shit going on over there.
For that to happen and for you guys to still have John Harbaugh and for you to have given up Mike McDonald.
Bro. Pain.
The fact that they
Pain
weren't
down there in
willing.
Baltimore.
Like, you're holding on too long.
Yes.
If the Seahawks could get rid of Pete Carroll, y'all could get rid of Harbaugh.
Totally.
And, like, you had a coach in your organization sitting there.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Why didn't they
just won the
promote him?
NFC?
Could have promoted him to head coach. I mean, they were predicted AFC North, most likely a very, very strong contender for the Super Bowl. It was kind of getting like, if it's not now, when? Lamar Jackson obviously was hurt a lot of the games of the season, but like, still, you have Derrick Henry. I mean, but their defense was ass, which is just not Baltimore Ravens culture.
No.
So just really bizarre what's going on there. So that's why you never trust preseason predictions and ratings and expectations, because they also predicted the Seahawks to have, 9 wins?
Shout out to Kyle Brandt.
Yeah.
And Kyle Brandt only.
What is he on? Football America in the mornings or some shit?
Yeah.
One of those?
Good Morning Football?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
one of those in the morning.
Kyle has been ride or die Seattle Seahawks. Kyle.
Since like September.
Yep. No, preseason.
Yeah.
He was the only one to predict the Seahawks winning the NFC West. And he said that his colleagues consistently asked him if he was on drugs because of how wild that take was. He also has been the one of the only sports analysts to continue to call out analysts that continue to speak on the Chiefs and the Cowboys and just these mainstream teams instead of giving recognitions to everyone else that's doing things.
Yeah.
And just like following this like status quo. He's always been vocal about that. Asked for more coverage for the Seahawks, and we applaud you.
We do, because now look at the playoffs. I mean, we've got Seahawks. Jags are laughing because they're a, quote, small market team. The Houston Texans, obviously, are not a big market team. They're still in the running. I mean, there's a ton of teams that don't get that national media coverage that are still very favorable contenders. So
I need all of them to do better. I need the media to do better.
I do. And sometimes I have to tell myself every morning to remind myself that ESPN, the first letter of that acronym, E, stands for entertainment. Because y'all be goofy as hell.
Yeah. It's not entertaining to me when you're wrong.
No, I'm not entertained.
And take Cam Newton off the air. Sorry.
Those hats, though.
Bro.
All right. We can enjoy our wild card weekend.
Yeah.
Because the Seahawks are in the 1 seed with a bye week.
Yeah, next week we'll be back recapping who the Seahawks will be playing.
The lowest seed that comes out with a win this weekend. So.
And then we'll dive into more of these coaches' changes and who's still looking for a job, who's interviewing, who's not, and take a deeper look into the end of season awards, which includes MVP, Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year.
Podcast of the Year, and Kitty.
And Podcast of the Year goes to, because you know what? We manifest this shit.
All we have been doing is manifesting, and it's working.
It's crazy.
So let's go to the fucking Super Bowl.
Let's go tailgate.
We get a home tailgate for a playoff game. Nobody can literally bring me down right now.
No.
Let's go.
No.
Go Seahawks.
Go Hawks. Love y'all.
XOXO.
Shakers.